Hello, Facebook Live family. I'm coming at you live, clearly, from my dining room. You're welcome today. This is me when I do nothing to my hair. I want to talk about allergies. I've never had them before until right now, and I want to die. I'm using this. I'm using eye drops for allergies and itchy eyes. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and let me know what you use. I like to keep things healthy and natural, as pure as possible. And then I had this allergy episode and I decided if it's an atomic bomb that somehow wipes it out, I'm cool with that. Okay, we're going to talk about a couple things. First, to get out of the way, I think I posted it last, but there's a blog up on my page, Jen Taylor Rerouting, that I posted yesterday. It's called Why I Pierce My Nipples. I'm not going to give you the answer. You got to read the blog. It's funny. We're going to talk about some other things today. I've given you some tips about how I've run my business from home and been successful in my time frame, writing a book in 2 months and running my business in general. And same stuff. I keep a schedule. I generally have a dress code. I get up and I get ready just like I'm going to a normal corporate job when I'm working at home. I am deliberate with my time. I am never busy. I don't like to be stressed out. If you have questions that you want to ask about how I get things done or comments on things that you do, I love that feedback. We're going to talk about kids today, stuff that's tough about parenting. First of all, wait. Somebody posted something on Facebook about National Something Month in October. So I wanted to go back and figure out what it was, and I Google searched National October Month, and there's 22 things for this month. I'm pretty sure it's like that for almost every month, but that seems a little crazy. So I have them up. There's a lot of them. I know breast cancer awareness. I'm very big about getting mammograms. My aunt had breast cancer. It was a horrible thing to watch her go through. I don't want to go through it. I would like to be here for my kids. So I knew it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get your mammogram. It's a ton of things. Bullying prevention, dental hygiene, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. That's near and dear to my heart. And then the other thing is, let me read down. Pregnancy or Infant Loss Month. We're talking about stillborns, miscarriages. So these are things that women don't talk about very often that I wish they did more. I've had 3 miscarriages. The 2 of them were at like that 11 to 13 week. Something wasn't right. I didn't get super emotional about that. I always felt like if my body was telling me that something just was off. My 3rd miscarriage, though, I lost twins at 19 weeks. I ended up with 3 surgeries because of that, including a hysterectomy. I was dead on the table. I had 5 blood transfusions. It was pretty awful. And there's a lot of trauma that women go through. There's a whole emotional thing about just losing a pregnancy, just hormones. And then there's the emotional stuff that you lost a child. So all this hope and joy and love that you feel, excitement, enthusiasm, and then it's sort of taken from you like your body's rejecting it. It's very tough for us to go through, and women should talk more about it. So it is Awareness Month for miscarriages and pregnancy loss. Kids. I did a poll about kids, things that it's difficult about parenting, and one of the things that came up was as they get older and they kind of distance themselves and then they move out. This one's not hard for me. I feel like I've tried to put in 100% into my kids the whole time they've been growing up. Now, sometimes, some days are harder than others. Some days 100% looks like 150, and some days it looks like a fraction, just because of where you're at and where your kids are at. But when they get older and they start to pull away and they want their own life, guys, I remember being 17 and graduating high school, and I could not wait to move out and go to college and get my own place and do things my way. And yes, I thought I had all the answers, and yes, I was wrong. But that's the stage of life. I will never take away or make my kids feel guilty about the fact that they are excited to get older and move on with their life. It is a difficult transition because there's friction with your kids, and you have to get through that like you did friction when they were 2. So you kind of get through that friction, but be excited and embrace it and be enthusiastic, and remember how you felt when you wanted to strike out on your own and you were growing up and getting older, and that again, this too shall pass. So I tend to go the opposite way. I embrace it. I'm excited. I'm enthusiastic. I want to help them pack their stuff and make the list of what they need and apply to college, and I totally embrace that shit. So that's my advice for you for parenting. I have 7 kids out of the house, 3 more graduating this year. I've done it a couple times. So have an awesome day, Facebook family.